video is on creating a new document within Design, and I'm going to have you work in a specific way, and it's going to really make you happy. Not really, it's just practical. Okay, so now we could quickly just grab any of these common sizes, but let's actually go to the new document dialog box and look at what we can do. Now usually it probably shows up like this on your first thing. Right, we can set, InDesign is primarily a multi-page document thing, but that doesn't mean you can't just use one page. But if you have facing pages, it's like the spread of a magazine, right? Versus if you unclick this, right, it won't. Now I have preview clicked, so you can actually see the difference here. So if I added 2 or 3 or whatever, this should, the first page always has, the truth is the first page that never has a facing page. But here we can select common sizes. Here, right, you'll see by default InDesign works in picas, right? And picas there are 6 picas in an inch. So this is 8.5. I can always just go ahead and type in 8.5 inches, and it will automatically convert it to whatever in picas it needs. Columns and gutters, you'll see this line right here can automatically give us kind of just something visual to rely on. You would see no gutters without columns. So if I have columns, right, and I can control that, right, we're not going to use that for this class. We're just going to go ahead and leave it at 1. Margins, I would recommend, I don't know, I'm just going to do it 1/8 of an inch, right? And because this is locked, they all change, and you'll notice this got further. Bleed and slug is, the bleed is extra for the printing. We've talked about bleed a little bit in this class, right? It's so when the press is going very fast, right, we don't have like the white clipping, we can bleed some of the image out. For our purposes right now, we don't really need that, and slug is for any notes, so we don't need that. So we just hit OK. Now that's great, it gives us a new document. Now here's the key right here. Let's go to File, and let's save or save as. It really doesn't matter in this because it hasn't been saved once. Now here's what I'm going to suggest to you. Right away, start a new folder, right? So let's put a new folder in, and let's call this whatever our project is, Project 1, okay? And I've navigated to my desktop, and now I've put this folder on my desktop. And now I will also call this Project 1, and this will come out as an InDesign document. So I hit Save, and what that does is, so if I navigate to where I put the folder, which was on my desktop, right, you can see I put everything there, and that's going to become important when we start talking about linking in images, and even you could link in external text sources, although we won't for this class. But that is one of the keys